All right, guys. Well, I did it. I hit another zercher deadlift PR. Was it easy? No. Was it hard? Yes. Very hard. Very, very hard. But let me fill you in with the details of how it went down. Okay, because I think that's the most important factor. The most important detail of today's workout, today's PR, is the fact that it was the second workout of the day. Now, if you guys have been following me in my progress and my biggest PRs and stuff, you'll know that just about every time I've hit my biggest PRs, every time it was the second workout of the day. And I didn't think too much of this at the time. Okay, like I remember when I did the behind the back deadlifts, like the 850, 860, 880. Those are examples. I hit those PRs the second workout of the day. And it was always on a whim where I would hit a workout in the morning and it wouldn't it wasn't that great of a workout, and I would never be satisfied. And I'd say, you know what, I feel decent. I got a little energy. Let's go back to what I've been working on, what really matters, what I'm enthusiastic about. And I preach that so much to you guys. Do what drives you. Do what gives you energy. Do what makes you enthusiastic. That's what you're going to continuously make progress on, no matter how hard it is. Or like in this case, for what you guys saw yesterday, the leverage deadlift that I posted, I did that again today, earlier in the day. That workout I did at about 2:30 p.m. and the second workout I did at 6:30. So they're 4 hours apart. 4 hours apart. And my lower back was probably still fried from the first workout. But anyways, I did the leverage deadlift up to basically a max. And it ended up being a 3-rep max because it's an exercise that I'm not too enthusiastic about. You know, I wasn't really too excited about it. Mainly because it was my first time doing this style, and I'll post that. And I knew that it's just like I wasn't gonna hit an all-time PR, and it's just an exercise that really no one cares about. I don't really care about it too much anyways, but it's different and it really strengthens my leg drive. And everything I'm doing right now is for the intention of hitting the big zercher deadlift PRs. So basically, I did that workout. I hit what was it, 585, I believe, for 3 reps, something like that. So, very underwhelming numbers. And a few hours went by. I had some energy. I had a little bit of free time, so I came back down for the zercher deadlifts. And here's the deal. This is, as I said, guys, one of the most important factors when training, especially for pure strength, is those warm-up sets. Those warm-up sets are so important. So I was a good boy. I followed my own advice, and I did small bumps. I bumped up by 25 pounds each side. Again, as I've preached the past couple days, I'm no longer am I doing the 90-pound bumps. It's just too much weight. Regardless of the exercise, it's just too much to bump up every time. One set feels great, feels super light. The next set feels, kind of difficult. That's not a way to warm up. So I started with 135. I worked on a bunch of different setups today. I won't even go into details because that really doesn't matter. What matters is how I warmed up and then what I did to hit the top set. 135, 185, 225, 275, 315. No. I didn't even go that way because I was bumping up by the 25 pounders every time. So it was 225, then 275, and then 325, 375, 425. That's how I did it. And I hit 425, and it wasn't that bad. And that's how I knew that I had a PR in me. Because in the past, when I was, when I went for 500 and 505 and then 515, I would hit 405 and it didn't feel that bad. The days where I tried to hit new PRs and 405 was like very tough and it was a grinder. I was an idiot and I kept trying to go for those PRs, but I never got them. So I've come to the conclusion that if the 400-ish weight is super difficult, the PR is not there, of course. If it's, so-so, then I can probably hit the PR. So like when 405 was like, well, I felt pretty good. It was decent. 500 was easy. 505 was easy. 515 was very easy. Well, in this case, since it's getting heavier and heavier, 405, like for instance today, like 425 is the new 405. So it has to be. Everything's relative. So I hit the 425 pretty easily, and then I went for the 520, and I don't know what it was. I think maybe it was my stance was too wide, but I failed about 5 times, I believe. And I knew that I had the strength because I hit the warm-up set so easily. So I knew it was there. It just had to be something in terms of how I was approaching the set and how I was warming up. So I tried it about 5 times or so, and it wasn't happening. So if I kept trying it over and over, more and more and more, it wasn't going to happen. So something had to give. So I dropped down to 415. I hit 415. It was very easy because obviously I was so primed up from trying to go for 520. That was easy, and then I went for 465, and that wouldn't budge because I wasn't excited about 465. That didn't really matter to me. It was just a warm up. And then I went for 520 again, and it felt incredibly difficult. So then I was thinking to myself, okay, let's go to the technique that works every single time. If you guys have not done this yet, I can't recommend this enough. I loaded it up to 570 pounds, and then I tried hitting 570 3 times. So this is just like when I was doing the Bulgarian split squats with the barbell between my legs, like the Jefferson style Bulgarian split squat. I never hit 405 or 415 or 425, 435, 445 just working up to it. I always hit it after I attempted to go for 500 plus. So that's what I did here. I went for 570 3 times, so my body was really fired up, like, oh, this is some serious weight. Let's lock in. 570, like, it could feel it. This weight is going to break my body. So like my nervous system had to be extremely efficient. 3 times, and I stripped the 25s off each side, dropping it back down to 520. And sure enough, it was super difficult, but you got to put that into perspective. I failed 5 times before that. So this is my 6th attempt. This is my 2nd workout of the day, and I managed to pull off a PR. So think about that. If I were to go back into this day, start this day all over again, I wouldn't have done the leverage deadlifts. But with that being said, guys, I think it's important to really look at these 2-a-day workouts. Maybe this is the way to go. Maybe that first workout, maybe it shouldn't be quite as intense, but maybe it's necessary. So if I have more free time, maybe I need to make this happen one way or another. Maybe I need to wake up earlier and get a light lift in to get my lower back or my glutes activated or my hamstrings activated, or get my just blood flow to my lower back or something like that. Just anything. Get my grip locked in. Because sometimes when you get into a workout and you're not warmed up, everything feels so heavy. But I think that may be key of the 2-a-day workouts. And by all means, guys, I train like the Bulgarian method, but basically I do like Bulgarian light, so it's just once a day. But there's obviously something about Bulgarian training, which is multiple times a day. So maybe it's time that I actually approach true Bulgarian training and lift twice a day. I mean, they were going up to 3 times a day. I don't know how realistic that would be with my schedule, but twice a day is pretty doable, especially if the first session is not going to be super taxing. Because by all means, that's what has been working for me for my biggest PR. So if it works for an 880 pound behind the back deadlift and a 520 pound zercher squat, then clearly it's not taxing me too much to do a 2-a-day if I can bang out lifetime PRs on that second workout of the day. So you know what? I wouldn't even change that. I'm going to experiment more with this. I really recommend that you guys try it out as well, and that way we can all get some good feedback as to how it works and if you're successful with hitting PRs to train that style. But anyways, if I was to do this day again, so yeah, I would do the first workout. I wouldn't go quite as intense hitting these like PRs with it. I would just, get blood flowing to my lower back and get my glutes and my abs firing, get my grip warmed up. And then I would do that second workout, and then I would do the same thing with warm-ups, 135, 185, 225, 275, 325, 375, 425. And then instead of going for the 520 for the first set, I would put like 570 or 600 on. And I would go for that a couple times, and then I would strip it, and then I would hit that 520. And I think if I approach it that way, I would get on my first try as opposed to failing 5 times before hitting it. So just a little review of how the day went for me. Like I said, guys, I highly recommend that you try working out twice a day. where the second workout of the day is high intensity. Perhaps first workout of the day, higher volume, low intensity. Second workout of the day, high intensity, lower volume. I'm going to experiment with it. I will keep you guys posted. And here's the bigger and better zercher deadlift PRs.